finally, it's now over to the Kid Report with Ace Reporter Callum Bowers, who today is interviewing Michael Morpogo.
Hello and welcome to Kid Report. I've come to the house of Michael Morpogo to interview him. I have a few questions for him. My first is, when and where were you born, Michael?
It was the 5th of October 1943 in St Albans Hospital.
That's very interesting, Michael. I didn't really know that. My next question is, where did you live?
Well, a few places when I was growing up actually. I started in London and then I got evacuated during the war to Cumberland, or as I called it, Cumberland. And then after the war I came back to London and then finally moved out to Essex.
I didn't expect that, Michael. So, how many books have you written?
I think it's about 108. No, in fact I know it's 108.
Wow, that's a big number, Michael. Anyway, can you remember the name of the very first book you wrote?
That's a difficult one. It's a long time ago. It was... oh yeah, it was called It Never Rained.
Really? Can you remember the name of the 100th book you wrote?
Let me think. Yeah, that one was called Private Peaceful.
That sounds like a good book. What's the name of the latest book you've written? And is it published?
Yes, that was published in 2007 and it's called The Mozart Question.
Honestly, I don't think that sounds like a good book. And honestly, the title doesn't really sound that good, but I think it'll be really good. Are you planning to write any more books?
I'm sorry, but my manager told me I couldn't say anything about that.
Do you have any favourite authors?
Yeah, I've got three. So that's Robert Louis Stevenson, he wrote Treasure Island, Rudyard Kipling of the Just So stories, and Ted Hughes, who's the author of The Iron Man.
I've just got one last question. How many prizes and awards have you won? Because you've written a lot of books and I'm sure you've won a lot of prizes, but I think you've won about 10. Can you tell me how many?
It's more than that actually. I think the last count I've got 19 awards.
Thanks very much, Michael. It's been really interesting talking to you. I look forward to reading more of your books. And now, back to your studio.
Thank you for that report, Callum. That was fantastic. And now, the weather.